next step we need to use the database. But this time I have met. So the next step we need to use the database. So I go to my phpMyAdmin panel database. So I use new, click on new host, and I use localhost, and second is username is root, and then password empty, and fourth I declare db, and I use demo. We will create the demo database, but this time I have met. So the next step we need to use the database. So I go to my phpMyAdmin panel database. So I use new, click on new, and create the database like demo, and then I create the table. Table name I use login form, and enter the column, 3 columns. First column is id, primary key identity we will use, and second column name is username, and third password. So we need 3 columns. So I use 3 columns and click OK. So I use first id, and second user, and third password. First is integer, second is a varchar, and third is a varchar type, right? So I enter the range 50 and 50. Username and password I range in the 50 range, right? And then I scroll here, and then I use primary key identity to first column integer, right? Okay, save the file database, and here you can see it, the database has made on the phpMyAdmin panel. So the next step you need to go on insert, enter the record. So I use simply in admin and admin username and admin password. Simple click go. Okay, and then I use select statement and check the record. Here you can see it, the first column name is number is 1, and username is user, column is admin, and password column is admin, right? Then we will use them on PHP. So let's open the editor. Then I use first my SQL underscore connect, and I use the variables, copy it and paste here, and dollar underscore user, dollar underscore password, right? Then I use the database. So I call MySQL underscore select underscore db. Okay, and pass this variable on here. Then we will use if statement to check the first text box value. If this text box is empty, so I use single commas and copy the first text box name values. So paste here. After the parentheses you need to write squiggly brackets and press enter. Then we need to get this text box and password text box values. So we need to create the variable uname, and I assign the dollar underscore post, and first text box name is username, and second text box name is password, right? Then we will use the SQL. We will use the query and assign this variable. So I just declare variable and assign the query select static from my database name. My table name is login. Okay, I check the column names. Select static from my database name. My database name is login login form. Okay, login form. Okay, login form. And then I use where keyword. Then I select first column name, second column name user, and use assign equal sign and select use single commas, double commas, and dot sign, and assign the first variable on here. Copy it and paste it. Then after the last comma you need to write and keyword, and then you need to write again second column name. My second column database name is password pass, and assign the second variable here. Copy it and paste it. Then after the single comma you need to write the limit of the database column values, rows values, right? Then terminate sign. Okay, then we will use create the another variable and use MySQL query and assign this variable on here, right? Okay, we will use the if statement to check the record, check the database rows available or not. So I use MySQL